Man.
Some say I'm the voice, give my people hope. I'm the chosen one. Some say I'm the GOAT. This that Holy Ghost, don't you overdose. This that living legend, hands around your fucking throat. Get it? I am a menace, I am the end and the fucking beginning. It ain't no question about who is the realest. Niggas are gimmicks, they gotta be kidding. Follow my lead and I'll show you the way. I am believing and walking in faith. Realest can never relate. People are not who they seem to portray. Look in my eyes, look in my soul. You niggas hoping the young in the fold. I know the difference, the friend and the foe. You know the way I'ma play on my post. Told you way back in.
What is up? Y'all, I'm gonna give people time. Monica, Miss Monroe, Sunnyside, Lyrically Correct, Jarvis, Steele, Tarita, Richard. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't post this anywhere. I ain't told nobody I was doing it. Yeah. I ain't gonna take too much of y'all's time tonight. What's going on, Lloyd? Let me see if I can share this. Okay. I can share it from here. It's holding me back. It's holding me back. Oh, let me pause this. We're not gonna do too much music tonight. I'm gonna get right in here, and we're gonna get right the fuck up out of here. Let me share this to a couple pages, and then we gonna get right in here. Let me put this out here. Okay. Boom. Then we're gonna put it out here on Twitter as well. Now we got it out there on Twitter. And then we just gonna stop. What's up, goddess? Everybody that's seeing Professor Truth, mad love to everybody. I'm not giving people a whole lot of time tonight to get in here. Even though this shit is random, I'm gonna get in here and we're gonna get this word in today. Alright? What's up, Taylor? People have been sending me messages of concern, trying to figure out if I'm doing alright. I ain't been posting like that. Y'all, I'm good. I wanted to talk about this though. Let me, before we even get into it heavy, let me say first and foremost, shout out Team Rob. Mad love to all my supporters. Black first, second, and third. We in here, all right? We in the motherfucking building. But y'all, I am all right. I haven't been posting. I haven't been posting like that on social media. As you can see, I'm back in my element. Made it back to North Carolina. Some of y'all know that I've been out in the Midwest for a while, driving these trucks. I'll be back on the road on the East Coast tomorrow. So we'll be done tomorrow. I figured before I did that though, I would come in here and deal with something that I posted about that I didn't really get a chance to get all the way into. We're going to be dealing with the story of the black man in America. This story will be starring Ahmaud Arbery and America's racist justice system, its racist ideologies, and what we as black men should understand about where we live in America. 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up incorporated. All right, we're going to be dealing with that. I have the article pulled up right here. I'm going to be paraphrasing some of it. Some of you already are familiar with the story. You've seen people do their, they talk about it or whatever. I'm going to get into it myself, y'all. I'll be paraphrasing some of this. This takes place in February in so-called 2020 out in Brunswick, Georgia. I've had some people from that area hit me up and told me, they brought this to my attention. Of course, the national American, again, 3K's News, is not making this a national headline. We have yet another story of a black man fitting the description. And y'all know that's some motherfucking trash. But I have several issues here. We're going to use this story to, for me to frame the issues I have, not just with the justice system, but with how we as black people deal with how we're treated out here in this country as well. How we're treated all over the world as well. I have to deal with everything. I can't just get in on this system and not get in on how we are dealing with this as well. Now, headline reads, 2 weapons, a chase, a killing, and no charges. This is coming from the New York Times. I'm going to be reading some from this article here. Y'all follow me through here. If you know the story already, y'all just be patient with me as I get through here. Says here, Ahmaud Arbery loved to run. It was how the 25-year-old former high school football standout stayed fit. His friends said it was not unusual to see him running around the outskirts of the small coastal Georgia city near where he lived. But on a Sunday afternoon in February, as Mr. Arbery ran through a suburban neighborhood of ranch houses and moss-draped oaks, he passed a man standing in his front yard who later told the police that Mr. Arbery looked like the suspect in a string of break-ins. This is America's, justification for how they treat black men. Oh, well, he fits the description. This is all they have to say to justify. He looks suspicious. That's all they have to say to justify treating you any type of way they want to treat you. This has been a constant thing in this country. We need to pay attention to this, not only as black men, but as fathers, and not only as fathers, as also black mothers out here. Pay attention to this if you have sons. It says, according to the police report, the man, the motherfucking racist ass cave, I'm going to paraphrase him and throw in my own shit. The racist ass cave, Gregory McMichael, 64, called out to his son, Travis McMichael, 34, that grabbed their weapons, a .357 Magnum revolver and a shotgun, jumped into a truck and began following Mr. Arbery. So basically, they saw him jogging. The father cave called out to the son of the cave. He's running down the street. Let's get after him. He looks like the motherfucker that has been out here breaking into houses. Get your gun. Right? Because if somebody's jogging, get your guns. We're going to go up here and deal with him because 2 on 1 ain't enough. That's never enough for the motherfucking caves, which is why they use guns as much as they do. They know they can't really deal with, hand to hand with a black man. They're not really built like that. That's the reason they lean on that gun as a crutch. Says here, it says, stop, they shouted at Mr. Arbery. We want to talk to you. Moments later, after a struggle over the shotgun, Mr. Arbery was killed, shot at least twice. Now, some of y'all have seen the video that has come out now of the footage of the actual him being murdered. I'm not going to play that video. I'm not going to watch that video. I told y'all a long time ago, I'm done watching our people be brutalized at the hands of this motherfucking country or its cave ass citizens. I'm not watching the video. I don't need to watch the video to know what happened because this is something that is very prevalent in this society. So we don't have to watch all these fucking videos. what they're trying to do and what they have been successful at doing is desensitizing us to our people being murdered on film as we take this in, and all people want to do is post their little praying hands and all this little silly ass shit like that. They've desensitized you to this type of trauma. That's what they wanted to do. Show you being murdered, desensitize you. Y'all share this shit all over the place. No respect at all for the family or anybody involved in the situation, particularly Mr. Arbery himself. Talking about some RIP. Y'all know we don't do RIPs over here. When we are being murdered down in the streets, mind our own business, there's no such fucking thing as a goddamn RIP. How do you rest in peace? Now that's something that we use as a crutch, because we're going to talk about the crutches that black people use in these situations as well. Because we use this as a crutch. We want to say these nice things, praying hands, RIPs, just to make us feel okay for not doing shit about it. That's what we do. That's our contribution to this bullshit. We've also made it okay for the caves to chase our people down and murder them. And they know all we're going to do is RIP. All we're going to do is throw some hands up. All we're going to do is motherfucking hashtag. They understand that about our people at this point. That's what they've seen thus far. I'll continue. Says here, no one has been charged or arrested in connection with the February 23rd killing. The case received little attention beyond Brunswick, but it has raised questions in the community about racial profiling. Mr. Arbery was black and the father and son are white caves, and about the interpretation of the state's self-defense laws. How can you claim self-defense when you chase a motherfucker down? This is the same, this not just in Georgia, but this also happened with Zimmerman. Cave ass Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. How are you claiming self-defense when somebody's going this away from you? They're not coming towards you like this. They're going away from you, but you get to claim self-defense? That only works if you are a cave. I'll continue. Now here go black people. The next part of this article is going to be about our contribution to this. Watch this shit. This is what we're doing. It says here the Reverend John Davis Perry II, the president of the Brunswick chapter of the NAACP. The NAACP, no matter what fucking chapter they are, they're trash. And they're trash all over the motherfucking nation. Period. They trash. Says, has called the shooting troubling. This is the contribution of Reverend John Davis Perry II. He said it was troubling. Now, you'd have think had this happened, had this been the second time this happened, it'd be troubling. By now, in the so-called 2020, when this has been the entire history here of what these cave-ass racist motherfuckers have been able to do, and the trauma and abuse that they've been able to inflict on people, it's beyond troubling, Reverend. It's beyond troubling. It's beyond that. I'll continue. Watch this. And Mr. Arbery's friends and families have worried that the case, similar to others that have prompted nationwide outrage, might quietly disappear in their Deep South community because social distancing restrictions amid the coronavirus outbreak have made it difficult for them to gather and protest. Y'all, they're upset that they aren't able to get together and protest. Protest. That's what we want to do. You know who else knows? That's all we want to fucking do? The caves. They understand that we are people that want to protest. Watch this quote from the mom. It says, "We can't do anything because of this corona stuff," said Wanda Cooper, Mr. Arbery's mother. "We thought about walking out where the shooting occurred, just doing a little march, but we can't be out right now." Rest in peace. This is why the people who are murdered at the hands of not only this system, as they target us in the privatized prison complex. The reason can't nobody rest in peace, because listen to how his mama talking. Oh, we just wanted to go out there where it happened and do a little march. That's a disgrace. This is why these motherfuckers do the shit that they do, because all mama want to do is go out there where it happened and march. But the coronavirus is holding her back. Understand, these are our people. I love our people. I understand some of our tactics. But in so-called 2020, and to me years prior to this, how the fuck are you wanting to go to where the shooting took place and march? March in a cave neighborhood for what? They don't care. We've talked about this here. These caves do not give a fuck about what you're going through, or they would be out there marching. You wouldn't have to go down there and march. The caves would have ran down in the McMichael's house, and they would have set their whole goddamn house on fire if they had a problem. That's what the caves do when they have a problem. You see, they don't act like us. Why are you going to run down in a white neighborhood and march? Instead of it being a goddamn mob going there to murder these motherfuckers in an effort to avenge, it still wouldn't even the score, but in an effort to avenge your son. Do you think that I would give a fuck about trying to get national media coverage? Now, we understand that this system doesn't give a fuck about national media coverage, but I wouldn't need that. You murder my son, I don't need NBC, CBS, CNN. I don't need them to talk about it. I don't need them to do any goddamn thing. I know what the fuck happened. And now it's the time to kill. I don't need anybody to give. I don't need nobody to give a fuck. But let me show y'all what the problem. Let me show y'all something. Says here, according to the documents obtained by the New York Times, a prosecutor who had the case for a few weeks told the police that the pursuers had acted within the scope of Georgia's citizen arrest statute, and that Travis McMichael, who held the shotgun, had acted out of self-defense. Now, this is a prosecutor who did this. This has already went the legal route. The prosecutor on this case basically said the pursuers acted within the scope of Georgia's citizens arrest statute. Now, black people, we understand citizens arrest isn't for us. We don't get to just go arrest random ass white men, run up on random ass white men and arrest them. This is the type of shit don't work for us. You see, we understand this. We don't have that type of mindset where we're going to go try to chase nobody down and arrest them. But just like cave-ass George Zimmerman on the neighborhood watch, that type of shit, these caves feel like it's their obligation to get out here and act as cops. 3 Ks. Because they know that they're going to do the same thing the cops going to do. Go out there, chase a black man, and murder him. Same way the cops do. They understand this. But this done went through the legal, this done took the legal route. This is the prosecutor that said that. This happened in February. No charges were brought against them. Understand, we're not just dealing with the McMichaels. These 2 caves. We're dealing with a justice system that looked at this and said, well, he did fit the description. They were acting out of self-defense because he's fighting back. Do you believe that any other group of people is required or would even be expected to see 2 motherfuckers running up on them with guns talking about, hold up, we want to talk, and they're not supposed to do anything to defend themselves? The only people that are asked to act like that are black folk. And the saddest part that many black people feel as though that's exactly how we should act. Comply, not just to the cops, right? Not just to them, to anybody white. Comply, 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 comply. Two random white caves run up on me with guns, tell me to stop, I just stop. Holding guns on me, I'm not going to fight back at all. Your natural instincts kick in. Nobody else is required to act like this but black folk. Nobody else. I'll continue. Says here the police report does not mention whether Mr. Arbery was in possession of a weapon. He was not. Unarmed. Unarmed. That's the reason why they had a struggle with him. Had he been armed and not just trying to do it with his hands, he probably would have shot these motherfuckers. Because that's what I would have fucking did. Two motherfuckers coming at me with a gun. Bang, bang. Period. Let me show y'all this right here. Says attempts to reach Gregory McMichael, a retired investigator in the district attorney's office. I'll read that again. Attempts to reach Gregory McMichael, a retired investigator in the district attorney's office. So, the father who called to his son to chase down this black man is a retired investigator in the district attorney's office. Come on now. Retired investigator in the district attorney's office. This has been not only a complete, this is a failing on not only, as far as the system is concerned, and we understand it's, it's set up to fail black people, but look at the clout he got. He worked for the DA. Worked so long for him, he had time to retire. He in cahoots with the DA. Says here, the prosecutor who wrote the letter, George E. Barnhill, the district attorney for Georgia's Waycross Judicial Court, recused himself from the case last month after Mr. Arbery's family complained that he had a conflict of interest. A prosecutor from another county is now in charge and will determine whether the case will be presented to a grand jury. I mean, come on. And look what we doing. Let me show y'all. Let me go back to black people. Watch this. It says, in and around Brunswick, activists and allies of Mr. Arbery's family are doing what they can to organize online. They've started a Facebook page and have coordinated a pressure campaign, emailing law enforcement officials and the local newspaper. There are hashtags, hashtag I run with Ahmaud and hashtag justice for Ahmaud. And t-shirts have been printed, but few people are on the streets to see their message. We just want to protest and hashtag. Do you believe that I could know? Because this isn't like he was murdered and there's a mystery as to who murdered him. It wasn't like he was jogging and just got shot and, nothing, nobody knows who did it. They know exactly who did it. They know exactly who did it. You think I'm going to know who killed my child and organize online? Nobody reacts like that except black people. Nobody else. I know who you are. I know where you live. And I haven't set your house on fire or nothing. I didn't do anything. The prosecutor decided that they acted well within their rights. They were acting in self-defense after chasing somebody down. I know who the prosecutor is, and his house isn't burned down or nothing. I'm trying to organize online. I wonder, do black people understand that when we respond like this, what we're doing is encouraging others to follow suit? That's what we're doing. Do you think this could have been somebody in my family? My brother? My son? And I just want to make a Facebook page? Do y'all understand how we're encouraging these people to continue to do this? Because we can look at the caves. We can charge the caves, of course. We're going to charge them with their atrocities. But at some point, we're going to have to charge ourselves with our pacificity, with our cowardice, with us trying to pressure the system to pursue murderers when we know who did it. There's video out of who did it, why they did it, how they did it. Come on now. The article goes on to say about how he always ran. This was something he always did. Let me show y'all what the cave said about him. Of course, the people who know him saying, well, he always ran. He always ran. Says everybody in the community knows he runs, said Mr. Vaughn, who said he saw Mr. Arbery jogging on the streets a few months ago. Mr. Vaughn said he himself had raised suspicions by jogging through his own neighborhood in the suburbs of Brunswick, recalling a recent incident in which a white woman followed him in a van. Cave holes, right? Says, but others contend. And when they say others, they're talking about the fucking caves. Says, but others contend that Mr. Arbery was up to no good. On the day of the shooting and apparently moments before the chase, a neighbor in Centilla Shores called 911 telling the dispatcher that a black man in a white t-shirt was inside a house that was under construction and only partially closed in. So what they're saying is a bitch, a white hoe, I'm sure, of some kind, want to call a dispatcher and said that a black man in a white t-shirt was inside a house that was under construction. Under construction. You've seen houses under construction before, right? You understand that those houses are open. They ain't got no doors on them, no nothing on them. So I'm not even saying that he did that. Oh, it was actually, it's saying it was a white man who called in, a caveman. Said he calls the dispatcher in a house, about a house that's under construction, and said to the dispatcher, and he's running now. The man told the dispatcher, there he goes right now. What the fuck? So you telling me somebody gonna scheme up on a house under construction? I guess pick some dirt up, stick it in their pocket, and take off running? What the fuck is he taking? In workout clothes. In a house that's under construction. A light fixture? They just got the frame out that motherfucker. Are y'all serious? And look what they do. Let me show y'all something. This is what they always do. Says in his letter to the police, Mr. Barnhill, the prosecutor, noted that Mr. Arbery had a criminal past. Here we go. Don't they do it every time? He had a criminal past. They do that shit every single time. This is the prosecutor, Mr. Barnhill, whose house would have been set ablaze along with Mr. McMichael's house as well. Both them bitches would have been set on fire at the same goddamn time. There would have been coordinated attacks. Who the fuck calls, whoever the fuck called the motherfucking 911 over a man that was, in a house that's under construction? And of course the neighborhood decides to act as the cops. The prosecutor noted he had a criminal past. Court records show that Mr. Arbery was convicted of shoplifting and violating probation in 2018. 5 years earlier, according to the Brunswick News, he was indicted on charge that he took a handgun to a high school basketball game. Now, y'all know they're going to bring that up to justify killing a black man. That's what they do. Well, one time he had stole a candy bar or something down at the store. He had a record for that. So that automatically leads to full-blown home invasions and burglary in broad daylight. A house that was under construction. Says here, and it's quoting, says this incident was at the least a case of overly zealous citizens that wrongfully profiled the victim without cause. Mr. Perry wrote in the email, these men felt justified in taking the law into their own hands. Now, he's being way better than me. They set out to murder. They set out to murder this black man. Now, we can call it, racial profiling. They wrongfully profiled. No, this is what they've always done. See, what happens in cases like this, and the many cases that take place, across this country, no one wants to bring the historical context into it. Not even the New York Times. Now they're talking about Trayvon Martin, but that's not historical context. Historical context will be how the cops, 3Ks, and its citizens, not just the cops, not just the justice system, not just the citizens, how this entire system has treated black people the entire fucking time. Nobody wants to ever talk about that shit in these articles. Unless you get to maybe some a pro-black writer or something like that, they may deal with it. But even if it was to get national news coverage, they won't deal with the history. They won't deal with that part. This is what they always do. This happened in February, no charges. They chase him down. No proof at all of anything. He wasn't running with a couch in his hand, nothing. Chase him down. Murder him. And they get to say it's self-defense because he fought back. Is that not some form of entrapment? I mean, they're acting like the cops and all. You come at me aggressive. You're a random. It is in my spirit to fight back. That's entrapment. Because now all white people got to do, let me show y'all what this system has allowed them to do. Create an argument or some type of altercation with the black man. Or a woman. Because black women don't believe that you off the hook. Now this happens more to black men. But understand that same situation. Create an altercation which you make you react. Then they can say, well, I'm trying to defend myself against them. Even though they chasing you down. Tapping you on your shoulder. Making you turn around. Getting into some type of altercation with you. And then they can justifiably murder you. The prosecutor does nothing. The actual cops do nothing. The neighborhood in which this took place in, they do nothing. The McMichaels go on about their motherfucking business. And black people just want to protest and march. Now, I understand the black people who aren't in the family, who may want a hashtag, may want to wear a t-shirt or something like that. Cool. But he had a family. He had a family. And his family should have dealt with these motherfuckers. His family and friends. These people should have been dealt with. And this happened in February. It's May. After they saw that the justice system was not going to do anything as usual, they should have been dealt with. The McMichaels and the motherfucking prosecutor should have been dealt with. They expect us to carry on out here. Black people going to RIP. And to the next one, then we'll RIP again. And to the next one, then we'll RIP again. We'll talk about praying to Jesus and things of this nature. Well, Jesus is going to have the final say. This is the type of shit I'm seeing. God going to have the last word. We don't understand. And a lot of the things that we believe, a lot of the mentalities that we pass down to our children are for them to be passive. Are for them to allow this to take place. At least burn their houses down. Preferably while they're in them. That's the least you could do. At least they don't got nowhere to live no motherfucking more. All up in the suburbs chilling. They call this a case of racial profiling. This is just pure and simple, blatant ass racism. And it always has been. It wouldn't have mattered if he'd have stole and been running with the whole goddamn house on his shoulders. That does not give two random ass caves the right, at least in a, I guess in my mind, it doesn't give two random ass caves the right to murder him at all. He could have had a house on his fucking shoulders. That don't give them the right. But of course they feel as though they have these rights. And our responses to them are trash, y'all. The motherfucking pastor who is the head of the NAACP chapter out there said it was troubling. Troubling. Hold up. Y'all understand that if you are a black man, this applies to you. It applies to you in a higher frequency, a higher intensity. This happens to you when you're minding your own business, you chilling, you taking a job. This is what's happening to you, and it can be. I'm sure he didn't expect this to happen. It can happen to you. A lot of us, we don't want to acknowledge certain things until they happen to us. This is why many people will tell us, pro-blacks, to be quiet and, what y'all talking about. If we don't ignite a fire within ourselves, y'all, this shit's going to keep happening. This shit is going to keep happening to our people. And until we decide to be tired of marching, protesting, praying, talking to the NAACP, wanting shit to get national media coverage. This system does not work for us like that. And it's not going to. I don't know what y'all waiting on. Whether you waiting on the right politician, whether it's going to take, the politicians down in Georgia. I don't even hear the black politicians down there say anything about this at all. I think the lady, what's her name? What's her name? She telling niggas to stay in the house over the coronavirus. She's doing that. Lance Bottoms, I forget her name. I do. I forget her name. But she trash, and I've been told y'all she was trash. But what she will do is just tell black people to stay up in the house, coronavirus and things like that. But she's not dealing with this. This is an atrocity. When is the black politician going to get on TV and tell black people to arm themselves at all times? You don't get to take strolls, jogs. You don't live like that. Now, it shouldn't take anybody to tell us that, but if we're going to be having these black politicians, if we're going to say that they support us in some type of way, because many of y'all believe that. Of course, I don't. But black folk think I'm crazy for not believing that. If you're going to, if we're going to believe this, when are we going to champion the black politician that gets on TV and say, look, black people, you need to arm your motherfucking self because this system allows the caves to murder you with impunity? What politician gonna say that? That's the truth. You don't get to take a fucking stroll. You can't barbecue. You can't go into your own fucking house. You can't do shit. But they want to make y'all believe that they working hard for y'all. And we don't require black politicians to do this. So, we can say that it's, their fault or their responsibility. But we don't even care that they don't say this type of shit to us. Black people, arm yourself. These motherfuckers is crazy. Now, they may want to be PC about it. They may find a better way to say it than I did. But that's the reality. They're out here murdering. This man was 24. I didn't read anything about him leaving any children behind. But come the fuck on, man. It could be me tomorrow. It could be you tomorrow, because I'll be damn two motherfuckers run up on me with a gun and I'm just going to sit there and lay down. I'm not built like that. They're going to have to shoot me. And another one. That's what it'll be. We continue to walk around here like this shit is a fucking game or something. And I don't understand how we do that. We're continuing to motherfucking pray. I don't understand how we do that. It's not a game. People are out here deciding to take the law into their own hands and murder our people, and they can get off. Come on now. We gonna keep letting this shit happen? Because I can scream and yell at the caves all day. But black people, we gonna have to make these motherfuckers understand they don't get to just do shit like this. Y'all seen what happened with Geiger? Remember that? That cave hoe? Murdered Brother John? And how his family acted? We all saw that atrocity, right? We all saw that motherfucking coon show. They talking about forgiving and shit like that. Do y'all know that this is what they see? This is what we show them? Nothing happening to these motherfuckers? We hugging? We forgiving? That's who they expect us to be. And that's our fault. I can't hang that on the caves. I won't hang that on the caves. Because we continue to react like cowards, man. Jesus ain't coming. I'm just... Y'all, it's not going to happen. I don't give a damn what you believe. Jesus is not going to come and deal with your individual battle. Even if you believe this shit, that he's coming at some point. I would argue that something's wrong with you, but your individual battle, when your son or daughter is murdered, raped, or lynched, anything happened to him, nothing, Jesus in his vengeance or whatever, it's not going to happen. We got to get off that shit. It's fucking our minds up. And thus, fucking the way that we deal with problems up. All these people want is national media attention and the justice system, who has always failed black people, to pick up the case so they can make a more mess. They can drag the case out. Slander his fucking character. Explain why they murdered him, because that's all a trial is. Well, let me tell you why I murdered the motherfucker. They'll pull up the statutes, in which case this was a justifiable so-called citizen's arrest, and they were acting in self-defense, not guilty. Then niggas will be mad all over again. Why do we keep doing that? We know what's going to happen. We understand what's going to happen already. I had a motherfucker hit me up. He was talking about this story. And how he said it was, well, you know, he shouldn't have been over there jogging in the suburbs anyway. Now, would I jog through the suburbs? No. Not without no gun on me. I couldn't imagine just strolling through, jogging. I couldn't do that. But the issue with that is what you're saying to black men, women, and children is we're going to require you to be the same type of citizen. Tax paying, going down here and voting, doing, paying taxes and things like that. We're going to require you to do everything like everybody else. But there's certain areas you can't jog through. That could be real, but America, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, Incorporated, said, nah, we don't live like that no more. That's what America has said. That's what we're allowing them to say. Y'all let these motherfuckers traipse Obama in front of your goddamn face, and you thought it was over. You see, that's what y'all allowed. Y'all think everything's okay now. Oh, well, yeah. Obama, yeah. It's got to be over now. Black people are expected to do the same things as everybody else, but we're supposed to perform differently than everybody else. We can't even be black. Nobody's speaking for you in this political arena, and y'all keep being on my goddamn head about voting. You got what's his name? Puff out here talking about some damn. Now he wanting to hold his vote. Y'all voting ain't stopping this shit. We taking the path of the least resistance, the most cowardly paths we can take. That's all we want to do. Go to church, pray, vote. That's it. I did everything I could. So when we get murdered out here in the streets, yeah, I did everything I could. Like, come on, man. That's all we're willing to do. And Puff running his dumb ass out here talking about withholding his vote. It's going to cost something. No, it's not. I get so tired of black folk acting like y'all got some leverage with your vote. We out here getting murdered in the goddamn streets, broad daylight. And you niggas is sitting out here acting like somebody gives a fuck that you talking about withholding your vote. Nobody cares about that. You believe there's power in that, but there isn't. We're wanting people to, come in and deal with reparations, because I think that's a legitimate claim. But there's so much else that goes on out here where our people are concerned, and we're not requiring that even the black politicians say anything about it. Y'all let Obama slide for 8 years straight. Y'all let him slide for 8 years. Your black governor, black mayor, black police chief, black DA, black everything. We are in positions, black judges, all over this motherfucking nation. They ain't saying shit. They ain't doing shit. Y'all talking about holding votes. And Puff done went from vote or die to holding your damn vote. That's still a dumbass message. No one represents our interest. When the fuck is that going to be? No one represents what's on our minds, what's in our hearts, what concerns us as a people. That no one does that. They may say a little something about reparations. I mean, again, I don't think they're going to give them to anybody, but there's a bigger conversation to be had here. As we talk about what this country owes us, we have to parallel that to how it continues to treat us if we're going to try to hold the country accountable. We have no choice. Whether it be your celebrities, entertainers, your politicians, these motherfuckers don't be out here saying real shit. Not covering the entire scope of the situation, you see. This man was jogging. Black men still fit the description. Y'all are hoping right now that Michelle Obama gets picked by Joe Biden to be his vice president. This lady does not speak up for you black people, doesn't say anything for you black people, but y'all still support her, I mean, to no end. We don't expect anybody to do anything. And Michelle Obama, even though she's ignored you, still has your support. How the fuck is that possible? Her hair be done. She dressed nice. She wrote y'all a book. Y'all done turned her into a fucking celebrity. She can ignore you, as her husband did as well, and she has all y'all support. We don't require anything of anybody for real. I mean, we can get out here and puff our chest out a little bit. And there may be a handful of people that actually do. But the majority of black people, they don't care about all that shit. They're not going to withhold their vote. That's not what's going on. Not for a just cause. The fact that we don't have any representation, but we're paying taxes. We're so-called citizens and paying taxes, but we don't have any representation whatsoever. And nobody has built a platform on that argument. Who's going to speak for Ahmaud? Who's going to do that work? You paying the same taxes that is lining the pockets of these motherfucking cops that's out here taking our people out. Who's going to make that argument? The same cops that, hell, the caves paying their taxes, they get to do whatever the fuck they want. They get to jog, don't they? Don't they get to barbecue and jog and go into their homes, unharassed? They get to do all types of shit. I saw a cave motherfucker, I forget exactly, it was somewhere in the Midwest, I believe. This motherfucker had a full-blown KKK, headdress on, and that's how he bought his groceries. See, the caves get to do anything. They get to do everything. Free, them bitches get bored. That's why they jump out of planes and shit. They be able to do all types of free shit. I'm talking about, they do a little parasailings and skydivings, and they just out here living free as fuck. We pay the taxes, we steal the bottom caste, and we have no representation whatsoever. And do you see the caves out here somewhere up in arms about this story? No. Nope. They're not doing that work. They're not making the argument, well, y'all are taxing black people the same way. Why don't they get the same kind of justice? Cave's not doing that work. Y'all think they love y'all. And my people keep running around here playing motherfucking games. And we should be dealing out vengeance. That's what we should be doing. Now, some people may disagree with that. I'm not saying run around here, essentially just smacking random ass caves. But the motherfuckers that killed my son, my brother, they're done. They're dead. I'm going to find a way to get to the motherfuckers. I don't give a damn what has to happen. That's all it is to it. That's who the fuck we should be. Period. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't see how we continue to go throughout life every day. Every single day. And all you niggas want to do is dance on TikTok. Not knowing that, it could be your last dance. Essentially. It could be your last. You could be jogging, just minding your own fucking business and be murdered. Because you fit the fucking description. That's all Ahmaud did. Was fit the fucking description. That's all I've done my whole life is fit the goddamn description. That's all we do is fit the description. Be the face of everything that's fucked up out here. Hell, now niggas the face of the goddamn coronavirus. We let this country do anything to us. Anything. But we don't deal with all this. We know we want to get Donald Trump out of office. And we gonna vote to do that. That's our plan. Donald Trump caused them to act like that. I hear the dumbest, I see some of the craziest shit, and black people don't even understand how stupid we make ourselves look saying shit like this all out loud in public. Donald Trump made these 2 caves murder that black man. Like the only time black men been murdered has been in the last 4 years. Since Donald Trump been president. This is the only time black people ever went through shit. This is the dumbass logic that our people have. Once Donald Trump gets out of office, then everything gonna be all right. All of a sudden, the justice system is gonna start prosecuting lynchings as opposed to ruling them all suicides. All of a sudden, gentrification is going to stop, redlining. They're going to reverse all of that. It's because Donald Trump's in there that they acting like that right now. But as soon as he's out of office, all the races is going to go back into hiding. Since they've been hiding the whole time. Since we say stupid ass shit like that. They've been in hiding. He made them come out. All we want to do is dance. If we don't become a more focused, a more serious people, these L's are going to keep coming, y'all. That's all it is to it. If we don't become a more serious people, I know y'all niggas love to laugh and dance, but Ahmaud, he's just one of. Like, this system disrespecting our, that's just one example. This is just another example. This isn't unique. This isn't new. And until our people get to be more of a serious people and want to do something more than either voting or withholding a vote, that ain't shit. That's not power. The ability to administer punishment when you've been wronged, that's power. That's the power that we need. Vengeance is the power that we need to be using out here. And we need to stop fucking around. Teaching our kids that something's wrong with that. If you take vengeance into your own hand, then you're doing the work of the devil. God gonna, reap the vengeance for you. No, Jesus, no. That's trash, y'all. These are L's that we're going to have to keep carrying until our mentality change. That's all there is to it. Until we have enough pride within ourselves to not let motherfuckers treat us any old type of way. But let me get to some of y'all's comments. I've been running my motherfucking mouth. But I swear, y'all, I get mad as fuck. I get mad when I see not only this happening, because again, it could be me. You know what I'm saying? I have to look at it like that. I know a lot of us don't look at this like that, but that could be me. You know? It could be me in that situation. And, you know, I don't think we take this shit seriously enough. We say we love our kids. I don't believe it. I really don't. I'm done. I'm done believing black people sitting around talking about loving their kids, but you teach them to, you know, not even love themselves more than they love a fake ass Jesus. You don't love your fucking kids. I'm not gonna keep listening to y'all say that shit. Talking about you would die for your kids, but you don't want to fucking live for them. You don't want to teach them how to live for themselves, but you would die for them. You gonna tell me that you love them? I'm not listening to that shit no more. Black people not gonna convince me of that. No more. I'm done. I'm done listening to black people tell me how much they love their kids. I don't want to hear this shit no goddamn more. I don't want to see it. Don't want to hear it. Because you're lying. That's how I feel. You're lying. You love them enough to buy them clothes. Feed them. Cool. You don't love them enough to teach them a goddamn thing. And that's where we fucking up at. That's where we fucking up at. Not teaching them shit. Not teaching them how to fucking ride for each other. Ride for each other. I mean, how the fuck you kill my son and I just want to go march in front of your house? I don't get it. I don't get it. Right, Taylor. Exactly. Says they'll hype him up for a TikTok video. Exactly. Exactly. This TikTok shit is out of control. You got motherfuckers wearing goddamn full-blown KKK hoods, which I didn't have an issue with that. These motherfuckers rep, man. Like, to me, that's freedom of expression. They can wear KKK hoods. I wouldn't give a fuck nothing about that. What you repping, though? That's what I want to know with black folk. What are you repping, though? Like, I don't give a fuck about. They can wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. What the fuck are we repping, though? And that's really the main thing that we need to deal with. Like, we not repping shit. We not repping shit, yo. Them motherfuckers can wear their Confederate flags and American flags and Klan headdress. Who gives a fuck? Niggas talking about, man, if I'd have seen him. What? You did what? Stop lying. I'm getting tired of niggas lying too. You wouldn't have done anything. Take a picture with your phone. Maybe record a video with your phone of him wearing it, walking through the store, you know, buying the shit. You wouldn't have did shit. I know you wouldn't have. Only way you would do something is if I step on your shoes. You ain't got smoke for nobody but me. Stop lying. Stop gassing yourself up in your motherfucking mind, because truth of the matter is, it's not real. You won't do shit. These motherfuckers are out here full-blown murdering us. And nothing. You're not doing nothing. You won't do nothing. You're not gonna do nothing. If it's not another black man or another black woman, you niggas ain't doing shit. It'll take me stepping on your shoes. You'll run up on a black woman. You'll want to fight her. But you're not fighting no goddamn body else. Stop lying. These motherfuckers can walk around with whatever the fuck they want to have on, and your ass ain't gonna do shit because you scared. That's all it is to it. You won't even speak up for your motherfucking self. Talking about what you will do. Niggas kill me with that shit. You won't do shit. Ain't been doing shit. Because had you been about the shit you been talking about, because I've been hearing about what niggas gonna do for at least 10, 12 years. Man, if it was me, no, you won't do shit. If we'd have been doing this shit, by now, they wouldn't be acting like this. You ain't doing shit. Stop lying. I'm not going to let y'all lie to me. I won't do it. Black women don't want no smoke unless it's with another black woman. Black men don't want no smoke unless it's with another black man. That's what y'all niggas do. That's what it is. That's what the reality is. And we have to stop gassing ourselves up trying to sound tough. Like you're not tough. You'll come fight me. You may come threaten me. But you're not tough. Not against the caves. We not tough in that situation. And the reality of that needs to be dealt with. Like, nah. Man, let that motherfucker would have did that shit to me. Let me just saw the motherfucker with the hood on. Like, you'd have took a picture. Posted it to your page and wrote a paragraph about it. That's what you would have done. Let's be real. Why do we have to be, fake tough? I don't get that. We not tough. Or motherfuckers wouldn't even think they could fuck with us like that. Period. Lauren, nah. Lauren says, do you think justice will be served? No. No. Because we're looking for justice to come at the hand of another man. We yelling down off in the caves and asking them for justice. No, you take justice into your own hands. That's your family. Now, justice should be served by the people who loved him. That's justice. Ain't no justice being no served. Y'all see what the fuck Amber Geiger got? Come on now. That white hoe got 10 years for cold-blooded murder. $10 years. That's justice to them. Cold-blooded murder, 10 years. Maybe do 5. Hell, it's a white hoe. Maybe do 2 or 3. I don't want this system serving out justice for me. I don't want that. Let me go get him. I will get him myself. I don't need this system to do that shit. That's our problem. Like, no. We need to start dealing out justice of our own. Right, John said no justice will not be served in Georgia. It's Georgia. And y'all got that goddamn black governor, mayor, whatever position she hold down there, man. Ain't no justice being served down there. All these celebrities out here swear they got goons. You ever hear these motherfuckers be rapping to my I can give somebody like $10,000 to knock you off? They be bragging about goons all the time. All these motherfucking rappers down in Georgia, all these motherfucking goons y'all claim y'all got that y'all can pay money to in a rap song to come kill me. Pay the goons to go take care of these motherfuckers then. I listen to rap music. These motherfuckers have goons on deck. You do something wrong to them, I can pay a motherfucker, I can get him a car or something and they'll kill your ass. They talk about that shit over a beat. T.I. down there, he always claimed he had goons. So pay the goons to go do some goony shit. Other than killing niggas. That seems to be all these motherfucking goons get paid to do is kill niggas. Kill other black men or women. That's it. That's all goons is doing. Motherfuckers brag about getting motherfuckers touched all the time. I ain't even saying you gotta do it yourself. You got money, right? You got goons. We'll pay the goons to go do some real goon shit. For the motherfucking team. For the motherfucking revolution. Just an idea. I mean, I don't know. All these goons, like, motherfucker disrespect them verbally, you know, but they can kill us willy-nilly. That don't matter. Money and Misfit says, exactly, Rob. Trick Daddy brags about people not being able to come down there, but won't knock Zimmerman off. These motherfuckers ain't about that life for real. And these rich motherfuckers, according to them, they don't have to do it themselves. I don't got to touch you myself. I got people that'll touch you for me. All I got to do is pay them a fee. They love to do this shit anyway. Lance Houston says, why do we keep marching and praying? That's the path of least resistance. That's why. We're able to tell ourselves that we've done everything we can do. That's the path of least resistance. We don't really want to put our lives on the line. We don't want to put our livelihood on the line. We don't want to put anything on the line. We're not willing to go that far. We're willing to do things that's safe. That's why praying and marching are avenues that we're willing to take. That way we can say, well, we did it. We marched. We prayed. We did all we could do. We voted. You can throw voting in there too. We did everything that we could do. Now it's out of our hands. I leave it in the hands of the Lord. Just what y'all heard church folks say that shit, right? I just leave it in the hands of the Lord. That's all we willing to do. It's the path of least resistance. Because that way, you can still get your hair done. Still go stand in line, right? We've been sitting down there in Georgia to open up. You can still go get your J's, right? You can still go do everything else that you want to do. No sacrifice. Hair, nails, J's, clothes. You know, go to the club. You can do everything. Because you done marched and you done put it in the hands of the Lord. The path of least resistance. That way we can continue to go on about our life the way we always have. That's all black people want to do, is go on about our life the way we always have. That's why marching and praying is the path that we're going to take. And we psychologically broken. Psychologically broken. And actually this segues into what I was about to say. Malik Gilmore says, Rob, what do you think is the solution? Stop raising fucking cowards. That's been the solution. That's the only solution. There's no other way. We must stop raising cowards. There ain't nothing else there's no other solution that is viable that we can do other than to stop raising a people who believes that marching and praying, all while focusing on their vanity, looking good, being thick, dripping, all this stupid shit. We're raising people that are more inclined to do that. We talk about these people in those lines. We talk about the people in the weave line. We talk about the people in the Jordan line. We point at these motherfuckers and call them coons. They did not arrive in this reality with that mindset. They didn't show up like that. And until we stop raising coons, stop pardoning coon behavior, self-hating ass behavior to me, and cowardice, it's not going to change. There is no other solution. You can try anything else you want to do. But until we focus on not raising cowards, raising the people that's going to see one of their brothers, hell, Ahmaud Arbery has a family, raising a family that will let that happen and nothing happen to the motherfuckers. Rappers rapping about these motherfucking goons going to touch this other black person, all this shit. That's that mentality. Until we stop passing that shit down through our bloodline, nothing's going to change. We're going to keep taking L's. Because you know what the white man and his mama teaching his kids down off in the caves? Oh no, you don't take that shit. Whenever you ready to go do something, whenever you want something, you go fucking ride for it. You do whatever the fuck you gotta do. That's what they teaching theirs. We teaching ours to comply, keep your head down, pray to Jesus, leave it in God's hand, tell Jesus to take the motherfucking wheel. Do all types of stupid ass shit like this and make sure you look good the whole time you're doing it. And if a dance challenge comes out, do that shit too. Until we break the mentality, until we decide that this shit actually matters, nothing's going to change. I don't know how many people have to die. I don't know how many people have to be murdered for black people to pay attention to this shit. I don't know. I have no idea what it's going to take for us, but I know that's the solution. I don't know how viable it is. Well, I know how viable it is. I don't know how realistic it is as to how we raise our children. Because we are raising generation after generation after generation of self-hating ass, coward ass coons who see nothing wrong with nothing, who just want to be entertained, who just want to go back to, having fun and doing shit like that, getting fucked up, turning up and all this stupid ass shit. Until we get to where our people aren't focused on that, to where we are people of motherfucking action, to where we are people of motherfucking business, we can do the laughing later. We can be entertained later. Until our minds get on something else, it's a wrap. Melody Misfit said, Dick Gregory even said if white kids were getting killed like this, white families will be bombing police stations. Oh, man, listen. If this shit was happening to white folk and they felt like they was being targeted in some type of way, them motherfuckers gonna ride, yo. They acting like they fake. They'll even create fake situations where they're being targeted. Y'all seen this shit now? They doing this where don't call me Karen or something like that. Like, these motherfuckers will create oppression in their mind that they'll try to make an issue like it's real. Talking about the word Karen is just like the them saying nigger. These motherfuckers create oppression. They ain't even got to go through shit. They can just create it. These type of people we dealing with. People that's been raised like this, you see. Even if there ain't a problem, they'll create a problem to have something to stand for. Something to stand against. The caves don't like being called Karen. They feel as though that's fucked up. Them bitches ride, man. We just got through talking about that on another live stream I did. They ride. Or maybe it was a video I did. Them motherfuckers ride. When they feel oppressed, they're going to march down to the fucking Capitol building, Confederate flags, assault rifles, and that's what they're going to do. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. That's what they're going to do. And we going to put it in the hands of the Lord. White folk don't believe the Lord even got no goddamn hands. Huh? Amputee. They ain't putting shit in motherfucking Lord's hands. They gonna go deal with the shit themselves. Y'all know they was running that, what was it? Give me COVID or give me liberty or give me COVID or some shit like that. Them motherfuckers, the Lord ain't got no hands when it comes to them. The Lord only has hands when it comes to black folk. They're not leaving shit to chance. They're not putting nothing up in nobody's hands. They riding. That's the type of people they are. That's the type of people they are. You think of that, a black, white man would have been, white man can run through that whole neighborhood. That same white man could rape, 4 of the bitches in the neighborhood. And the caves still won't see white men as a threat. They don't even care. How the fuck y'all think Ted Bundy got off like that? What he kill over 40-something bitches? They don't see themselves as a threat to their own detriment. They don't even care about another cave. They could care less. We understand that the white man is the most criminal motherfucker that ever walked the motherfucking earth. We know this. The numbers prove it. And these bitches don't even, they won't even pay him no attention. They'll wave at that motherfucker. Ask him if he want him something to goddamn drink. Ask him if he thirsty on his goddamn jog. He could be done rape 4 or 5 bitches in the neighborhood. It wouldn't matter to them. But as soon as they see you, you the threat. You fit the description. That's how sick they are. And these are the people y'all love. These are the people y'all teach y'all kids to look up to. Ted Bundy killed all them hoes. Didn't matter. They never saw him as a threat. They never saw him as a threat. Ted Bundy could have been jogging through fresh off of killing a hoe. He wouldn't have mattered. They would have waved him off. He could have stood in the house. They'd have been like, oh, he must be checking out the frame. Maybe he wants to build a house like that. They'd have thought some shit like that. They'd have came up with an explanation for Ted. That's how he was able to get away with all that shit. They never saw him as a threat. They see you as a threat. Your sons, threats. Thugs. Hell, ain't that what Obama? Obama, that's what he called y'all, didn't he? Didn't Obama call y'all thugs one time? When y'all was riding for Freddie Gray out in Baltimore? That's what America sees. And we keep thinking it's a motherfucking game out here. Telling people like me that we too serious. Calling us conspiracy theorists. All this stupid ass shit. This is what it is though. And until we nip that cowardice in the bud, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for our people. And this shit gonna continue to happen. And the justice system doesn't have to worry about an uprising or anything like that because we on TikTok. Our kids is dancing. Elijah Crowley says cops, 3 Ks, he spelled it with 3 Ks. I appreciate you spelling that shit right. Cops demolish black protesters. White people get the benefit of the doubt. This is not our country. Well, that's because our protesters are typically in small numbers, man. We go out in small numbers. We'll fuck around and have about 30 or 40 protesters. White folks show up with thousands, man. They show up with thousands. They'll show up, man. Our shits it'd be too small. It'd be too small movements that we be having out here. We need more of us to get on board with each other and more of us to have each other's back. White folk, man, they come with some numbers. Hey, that's respect, Lauren. Lauren says, not gonna lie, there was once time in my life when I tried and wanted white people's acceptance so bad. Times have changed. They will never accept me, and that's okay because I don't need it or want it. That's what's up. And it ain't even your fault that there was once upon a time in your life where you tried and wanted white people's acceptance. That was your parents' fault. That wasn't even your fault that you even had to go through that. You should have been shown. You should have been shown. The whole time. That's what we have to show our kids. That's the work we have to do. Annie B says it's because we're divided internally. They don't watch nothing but race. Exactly. You know, we divided over this the dumbest, most ridiculous shit. But that's the plan. And we don't understand how it works against us to be divided that way. You know what I'm saying? White people don't play. They don't fuck around. They showing up with some people. And some of y'all done said showing up with people and guns. That's what they're going to do. Because they got guns. They think that shit's important. We think dancing important. We laugh at white folk because they ain't got rhythm and shit. You can't dance. And I get, you know, we want to big ourselves up in areas. And white people typically don't have rhythm. But what the fuck good does rhythm do anybody? I mean, I understand we want to be able to, you know, be on beat and shit like that. But what does that shit really do? These motherfuckers know how to clean a rifle at 12. Clean, load, cop, shoot a rifle at 12. Who the fuck needs rhythm? What the fuck is rhythm doing for black folk? Like, I understand. I get it to a very small degree. We want to laugh. Well, y'all can't dance. It's like, I mean, what the fuck is that? What is dancing in the grand scheme of life? What is dancing? Now, we don't even be thinking about that shit. We just think we will laugh at them motherfuckers because they can't dance. But them bitches can shoot, though. And will shoot. Not only can, but will. Like, come on now. Like, we have to think deeper in the things that we brag about. Things that we, you know, hang our hats on. Like, it's really, it's a whole bunch of nothing, yo. We can dance, we play music better, we do everything better but defend ourselves. So then what the fuck is that? It ends up being nothing. It ends up being nothing. That we can do all this shit, all this amazing great things. Everything but fucking defend our goddamn selves. Or even care to defend ourselves. Care to defend each other. We didn't even care to do this shit. They got the guns. The McMichaels had the guns. Brother Arbery thought he could take a jog. Get his workout on. Black folk, you can't take a jog. You cannot take a jog just casually through no area where you know you don't belong. Not your area. You need to be ready to defend yourself at all times. You have to be. You don't have the luxury of being carefree, and I keep telling y'all that. You don't get to just go out here and, as they say, live your best life. That's a fallacy that black people have created to make themselves feel better about being oppressed. You don't get to do that. You don't get to raise your kids to do that. You don't get to do none of that shit. That's not your reality. That's not your path. You have to be aware of what's going on at all times. You have to be ready to defend yourself. And you have to be ready for the justice system to fail you. Be ready for all of that shit. Don't even expect it to avenge you. Do right by you. Because then you're just going to end up being disappointed. Every single time. You don't get to live your motherfucking best life. You're not in the reality that's conducive with you being black, living your best life. You can try to escape, get you some money, move to a house in the hills or something like that, but then you're going to get harassed for even going into your own fucking house. These black rich people that are out here living in the motherfucking hills and shit like that, they've escaped. Ran to the motherfucking hills. Ran down off in the caves, really. We don't get to live like that. The majority of us are out here regular black people who have to be aware, because our life can change in an instance or end in an instance. Eric Garner didn't think it was going to be his last day. Neither did Sandra Bland. Neither did Brother Arbery. Neither did Tamir Rice. Neither did Oscar Grant. You never know. You black. You don't get to be out here carefree, not paying attention to your surroundings. You don't get to live like that. And if that's the bullshit you teaching your goddamn kids, if you teaching them that they just do the right thing or say the right thing or walk the right way, speak the right way, that they gonna be all right if they just get away from black people, you teach them the wrong shit. You failing your children. That's all it is to it. Dance is more important than self-defense. That doesn't make any sense. And we have to do better about that as a people. We have to. There should be more of a cost to fucking with us. The cave shouldn't be able to just fuck with us and all we want to do is protest. Meanwhile, the people in our communities want to send goons after you for, fucking with their girl, or, you motherfucker want to shoot you over stepping on their shoes, or, all the stupid shit that we will do to each other. The small infractions. And we'll charge each other a big, big price for small things. We have to change that mentality. And it's going to start with us as adults. And we got to pass this shit down to our kids. That's the only motherfucking way. We out here playing motherfucking games, wanting to look good and dance and have rhythm and shit like that. Meanwhile, being oppressed. Hashtagging. That shit has to change, y'all. That's all it is to it. I'm about to get the fuck off here, y'all. I got to get back to work tomorrow. Hopefully the message is received. Y'all know we come in here. I'm going to deal with it. This shit right here really, really bothered me. And what bothered me the most is how black people responded to, how his family, the NAACP leaders, how the people in the community are responding to what happened. I'm angry about it happening. I'm furious about black people's response to it. Because them motherfuckers' houses should have been burnt down. Period. At least, if them not full-blown killed. Period. That should be the cost of killing our people. But shout out to Team Rob, y'all. I really appreciate y'all's support. I appreciate everybody that's here. Everybody that comes here to fuck with me. Black first, second, and third. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.